All right, today I'm here with Stephen Wight. You said earlier you were in the Army for 10 years, correct?
Right.
When'd you sign up?
84.
84 to 94. What made you want to enlist?
Family history. My father was in Vietnam. My grandfather was World War II, Korea. As far back as I can go, family ancestry shows that my entire family's been in the military at some point.
Wow.
So
It's something to be proud of.
something to be proud of, and something to carry on.
Yeah, absolutely. You have any children?
I have 6 children.
Wow. Poor bastard. I've got one.
You know what they say about practice. But I have 5 adult children, and the oldest is 30. But I also have a 4-year-old at home.
Wow. Oh, that's a range.
Yeah. The one at home is my little buddy. He's probably I'm going to get closer to him than I did to any of the others because I'm around.
And you have more time.
I have more time.
Yeah. It's like you said, practice makes perfect.
Practice makes perfect.
Yeah.
He's a rotten little bugger, but he's smart as hell.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've gone forth and multiplied.
Yeah. Is any of them wanting to get into the service, or are they in the service?
My oldest son has tried, but he has a heart murmur or something.
No, so a medical thing.
Yeah,
that
medical
sucks.
thing.
Yeah.
No go.
Yeah.
The rest of them are girls.
Understand.
So, and
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
girls will. I've had a lot of people tell me boys are a lot harder than girls.
That's not true.
Not true.
Not true. Not for a father.
No.
No. I don't know about the mother, but the father definitely. Not
I always kept a 30-30 handy.
Yeah, I have to. You have to be a gun owner if you're a father of a daughter. So 84, did you go overseas anywhere?
I did. I went to Germany.
Did you like that?
I love Germany. I had a good time in Germany. I deployed to Iraq from Germany in '90, and that was the only place I managed to make it to in my time in service. I wanted to go to Alaska, and I turned Alaska down to go to Germany,
Yeah.
which was a big mistake.
You wish you would have gone to Alaska?
That's right.
Have you been to Alaska since?
No. I'll probably never make it.
You got, oh man, I hope you do. I hope you can get up there.
I've got a couple of friends that live in Alaska.
I do too.
There's a possibility,
Yeah.
but the window's pretty slim.
Yeah, it's a really, it's hard to explain it unless you've gone. I've got a buddy who has worked in Denali for 7-8 years now, and it's unbelievable. My dad and my stepmom just did the train boat tour. They go up and come back down, and just said it's just unbelievable.
Train boat tour.
Like they go, I think they go,
take the
they
ferry
cruise. Up. They go like a cruise, like on the coast all the way up, and then that's like a week, and then they do a week train back down.
Oh, okay.
So they said they had a blast.
Huh.
But yeah, Alaska, it's cool. It's really cool. And you know, most of the guys that went to Germany, especially in the 80s, that I've taken out to lunch, said it was just a blast.
Yeah.
It was just a really cool place, and the Germans are awesome. And
Yeah, the people it was a funny thing because it seemed like my generation and older were pretty accepting. The older generations, of course, were happy to see us. You know, they were glad that we were there.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
You know, kind and friendly. The younger generations, not so much. They didn't want us there. They wanted us to go home. Didn't need us there. You know, not near as receptive to us.
yeah,
Kind of an odd thing. And of course, that's a blanket statement because all of them weren't that way, but
yeah,
enough of them were.
yeah.
Food. Oh, look at those onion rings. You grow those onions yourself? My God.
Thank you.
But anyway, yeah, I had a good time in Germany.
That's cool.
If
That's awesome.
I had the opportunity to take any of my family over there, I sure would.
Yeah. It's awesome. What was your specialty in the military?
The first time around, I was an 81 Echo, which is a draftsman.
Okay.
Pretty complicated. Did a lot of drawings. Did slideshows and things like that for staff meetings. Personally, it was a bullshit job.
Yeah.
I hated it.
Okay.
It was inside all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't do well being trapped in the
Stuck.
building.
Yeah.
So after that, when I re-enlisted, and I was looking to change my MOS, I wanted to go into the bomb squad, but my wife at the time had a fit over
Yeah.
that. It was a $500,000 bonus.
Whew. Man.
You know, that includes the hazard pay and all that for the next 4 years. So pretty nice little chunk of change. Yeah, she wasn't having any part of that. So to hell with it. I still wanted to blow shit up. So I went artillery.
Yeah.
13 Bravo.
Yeah.
Bang, bang.
Yeah.
I was never on any towed units. It was all self-propelled. But when I first started doing that job, I was on an 8-inch howitzer.
Okay.
That, I think it was a 203 millimeter cannon.
Wow.
Oh yeah, baby.
Dude, that's crazy.
Frickin' rocked the
Yeah.
world.
Oh yeah, dude.
You touch that puppy off at full charge and it just rocks back on that big spade.
Yeah.
Boom, boom. Loved it.
That's
Loved
cool.
it. I wish I had done that from the start.
Yeah.
Thoroughly enjoyed that job. And got back from Desert Storm. And decided I didn't like what Clinton was doing. And I got the hell out,
Yeah.
unfortunately. And I wish I'd have stayed in, but But anyway, I had a good time.
It's good.
There's many days I miss it.
Yeah.
Miss my brothers. I had a hell of a time. Still do. Adapting to civilian life.
Yeah. Most do.
You know, you expect people to do their job, take pride in it,
Yeah.
show up to work,
Be accountable.
be accountable. You know, be
Real
honest.
world, real world on the majority isn't like that anymore. That's a scary, scary thing.
Drove me insane.
It drives me crazy. And I can only imagine how it would drive someone that went to the military. Because I'm already like that. I'm very type A. Everything has a place. Everything has a compartment. You take everything off your plate as you get it, so you don't get crushed when everything gets thrown on you.
Right.
Common sense.
Right.
Work smarter, not harder, right? But
Exactly.
the world doesn't think like that. On the majority.
The majority of the world thinks like, don't work, let somebody else do it.
What am I getting out of it?
Right, exactly. I tell my wife all the time that this is a entitlement society.
Yep. It's only getting worse.
Unfortunately, yes. But I think the root of the problem is at home.
Mm-hmm.
And the way we're raising our kids and what we're teaching them at home.
Yep.
We're removing God from the family circle and breaking the family unit up.
Yeah. And everyone gets an award. Everyone gets a trophy.
Exactly, whether they...
I was at Valentine's Day party yesterday, and they do the thing where now every kid gets a Valentine, right?
Yeah.
Which is sweet and nice, and I get it. But when I was a kid, that's not how it was.
Mm-mm.
You walk back to your desk, and you had 100, or you had 4.
Right. Right.
Now, is that right? As a kid who got picked on when I was in elementary school until I got big enough to pulverize anyone that did it, which wasn't very long after.
Which
but
I
still,
hate bullying, by the way.
I do too. But there's something to be said about that engagement as it builds character.
Sure.
You
It also builds
we-
strength.
I don't want. I'm not training my kid. I'm not guarding my daughter from that stuff. I want to give her the tools to be able to handle that on her own because I'm not going to always be there to help her.
Exactly.
But no one's doing that.
Right.
Yeah. Same deal.
Put their arm around them and shield them and baby them for their whole life.
Yeah.
so that when they get to college, it's the same crap.
Yep.
Because these professors are spouting off this insanity
Yep.
and teaching these kids the same crap that their parents taught them at home. The entitlement, everybody gets an award, all this crap. They come out of college, and what do you got? You have a trashed society.
Yeah, I know.
We're going to make the country great again, right?
Here's the thing, and this is the thing I always think about. I'm the type of person that believes if it's there, it's mine for the taking. And that's the one good thing that I see in the future is that all these people are being so entitled, I'm just going to take it from them because they ain't going to try. Does that make sense?
Too easy.
It's too easy for me to win now because all I have to do is just work a little bit.
Well,
We'll see.
to a point.
Yeah, to a point.
Because
To a point.
at this point, and it will get better, but at this point, I worked my ass off. That's part of the reason why I'm in the condition I'm in now. I'm 52 years old. My body is just trashed because I started working when I was 8 years old. And I learned from my dad, hard work gets you this. And I did it my whole life. The harder you work at this point, the more that you're putting into the system to pay the entitlees.
Yeah, it's true too. It's a good way to look at it too.
However, you can't quit.
No, can't.
Your pride won't let you, first of all.
Can't.
You have a family to take care of.
I know.
And you want your kids to learn and know that too. And get away from that entitlement mentality.
The saddest thing about it all is I enjoy the game, you know, and that's the thing. Like I try to teach my child and people that work for me and all that stuff is that the game is the most important part. I rarely remember the prize. I always remember the game.
Right.
I always remember the struggle.
Mm-hmm.
I always do.
And
it
the
never
good
seems
stuff.
as bad looking back. Good or bad.
Mm-hmm.
Always is the best part.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, it's like everyone can open a book and go right to the last page and figure out how it ends. What's the fun in that?
Right.
There's no fun in that.
There's no connection.
There's no connection.
No
There's no build. There's no imagination. You're shorting yourself in your life by not doing that stuff.
Exactly.
So why take the time? Anyway, thank you so much for your service. Thank you for coming down here and having lunch with me today.
Thanks for inviting me. It was a shock.
Well, I'm glad you did.
I didn't know who the hell you were.
Most people don't.
Yeah, I didn't know who you were.
Yeah.
And people don't call me. I'm a little hard to get along with.
Yeah.
So when you called, I was thinking to myself, well, who's this guy? Why is he calling me?
Uh-huh.
You want to go to lunch? What? This guy's asking me out for lunch. What gives here? Is this the new society coming through here?
Nope.
No, your wife or your daughter one called in. Oh. Okay.
Yeah. That's simple.
Since my wife or daughter did it.
We don't do this enough. That's why I do it every week.
You do it every week?
Every week. I've been doing it since September of 2015. Yeah, golly, it's been a year and a half already. Yeah, year and a half. And when I originally started it, I was told, you probably just want to go like once every week. And I was like, no, I'm going to do it every week. And I did it. I've done it every week since. Now, of course, life happens.
Sure.
You know, I was out of town last week. Or
Sure.
I've had guys that, you know, oh man, I've got this come up, I can't do it. That happens.
Right.
But on the regular, yeah, every week. Do it every week. And I've had veterans from as far back as World War II to as current as Iraqi freedom, and to guys that just enlisted for 2 years and got out. So all men, women, everything, and it's all individual, every single one. That's why I love it so much, because we get in my industry, we sit in there and we kind of get in this bubble based off of what we see together. I don't like that.
Right.
I want to be out because I want to see the forest for the trees. I want to be away from it so I don't get stuck in that bubble and just assume I know how you feel or she feels or what they think I want to know that stuff, and
Right.
that's important for what we do. And plus, we're in a. I mean, one of the cornerstones of broadcast is that we serve the community. So, what better way to serve the community than do this?
Right. To me, it's better information than going on what you hear.
Yeah, exactly. It's the same.
Get
thing.
out there and look at it.
Yeah, live it.
Believe nothing you hear and only half of what you see.
Understand. Go learn, read about it yourself.
Right.
Yeah, I know. Same way. Same way.
Well, I sure appreciate it. I care a tremendous amount about my brothers and sisters, and I am involved with some websites in relation to the 22 plus a day suicides of veterans. I don't know if you ever heard the name Kevin Alley,
Okay.
but I would like to hook you up with him.
Okay.
He did 20 plus years. I think it's 20 years, 10 months, and 20 days, or something like that is his thing. Retired first sergeant. Now, he's one of my people.
Cool.
He's an NCO like I was, and he heads up a lot of these suicide prevention deals, and he's big time into the veterans. And if it's all right with you, I'd like to get your information and hook you up with him.
I would love it. I would love it.
I think that would be great. I greatly appreciate what you're doing,
Well, thank you. That means a lot.
and I think it even means more to me because you haven't been in the service.
But again, like I said before, I mean, I've been
You're
touched
surrounded by family.
I've been touched by it my whole life.
Right.
I mean, since I can remember.
But the
So-
point in saying that is, most people that haven't been in the military care less.
Yeah.
And we talked about that a little
Yeah,
bit
but
earlier.
again, it's part of our world, and to deny it is ignorance.
It is.
You know. So, but thank you. I think
No,
it's time
thank you.
I think we should eat.
We need to eat, even though I've started.